Today we'll talk about water wells, and I think there's quite a bit of reading to do, so we'll do reading first and then we will be discussing issues regarding water wells, how to clean the water wells if they become dirty. All right, go ahead. Bismillah.
You have mentioned that well water is pure. It is possible that impurity falls in it. How then is it purified? As follows. If an impurity falls in a well, or a human, a dog, a sheep, or what resembles these in body dies in the well, then all the water is removed. Number 2, if a dove, chicken, cat, or what resembles them dies in the well, it is wajib to remove 40 buckets of water and 50 is mustahab. Number 3, if a rat, sparrow, or what resembles them dies in the well, it is wajib to remove 20 buckets of water and 30 is mustahab. This is when the corpse did not puff or disintegrate.
Okay, we can stop here actually. So the four madhahib, their approach to what happens to the wells is very different. If impurity falls into a well, we have already discussed water, we discussed ponds, rivers, everything. For the madhahib other than the Ahnaf, Hanafi madhab, they don't really treat it any different than anything else. If you can tell me, what is the Maliki view if water has impurity in it?
Color, smell. Color, smell, and
Taste, yeah? That's good. Malikis, they don't judge water on anything other than color, taste and smell. Other three madhahib, they have to first ascertain, is this a lot of water or is this a small amount of water? If it's a lot of water, it has a different ruling. If it's a small amount, it's a different ruling. Malikis, throughout the discussion of water, they have maintained same ruling. As long as color, taste and smell hasn't changed, the water is clean. So when it comes to wells, the Malikis say, if an animal fell in the water and died, or a filth fell into water well, we're talking about wells today, and it did not change the qualities of the water, which are required for us to be present in water in order to do wudu or ghusl. Alright? What will be classified as tahur, water which is usable to attain tahara. They say, well, even if an animal falls in, we're not talking live animal, a dead animal, or animal fell in and died, or some sort of filth fell in, they say if nothing has changed in the water, the color, taste, smell is natural, nothing's changed, then they say the water is clean. And it is only recommended that najasa is taken out of the water. If you see a dead bird flowing on top of a well, because in our countries we have open wells, you can see in the well. If you see a dead pigeon flowing into it, if it's a freshly died bird, it wouldn't have changed anything of the qualities of water. So if someone did wudu with that water, in theory, someone took some water out, did wudu, and then look inside and found a dead bird floating on the top of the water. Now, that bird is there, but when you did wudu, the water was, you didn't notice anything different. The Maliki view is this water is clean. You should take the bird out. Go along your day, you're fine. So they haven't changed from their methodology throughout what we have been discussing previously. Shafi'is and Hambalis, they were together in most of their understanding on how to judge whether water is clean or not. They have ruling if it's a lot of water or if it's a small quantity. So he says whatever's above qullatain, remember that word? Whatever is above qullatain, they said that's a lot of water. If a filth falls into an amount which is qullatain, which is less than a standard bathtub, okay? According to Google, a standard bathtub takes 302 liters. Qullatain, the highest calculation ever I have seen by anyone, is 270 liters. And they differ widely in their calculation. But let's say a tub worth of water, that's a lot of water. So they say, we'll have to look. Did najasa fell into a lot of water or whether it was a small quantity, less than qullatain? If it's less than qullatain, najasa falls into it, it becomes unusable. If it's more than qullatain, 2 qullas, if it's more than that, if najasa falls into it, and it has not changed the quality of the water in the, when I say quality, I mean color, taste and smell, they say water is clean. They say water is clean. If it's a lot of water, the water is clean as long as the color, taste and smell, that's the test. If it passes that, okay. But if it's a small amount of water, then it has become impure. You cannot use that. So in that case, if it's small amount, they will say all needs to be replaced. All of that needs to be replaced. If it's big amount and nothing has changed, then if the quality has changed, and that says najas. If the water is still the qualities which we use as a test, smell, taste and color, they say you can use it. Shafi'is, they do add that you may want to add more water into it so it becomes, it loses, it regains its qualities. If it's a small amount and it doesn't taste normal, but you add large quantities of water into it, or if that gets mixed in with a large quantity of water, that it regains its taste, smell and color, they say it's become purified again. But overall, when it comes to the water wells, they use the same theory. They say, how much is the water? If it's a lot, what is a lot in their understanding? They say, okay, then we just look at color, taste and smell. And if it's less than qullatain, then it has become impure and needs to be cleaned up. And Malikis, they don't care about really less or more in quantity. They just look at the same test all the time.